Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a piece of digital photography history, the Kodak DCS-14N. This camera, released in the early 2000s, often gets overlooked, but it's a fascinating example of Kodak's attempt to compete in the burgeoning DSLR market. The DCS-14N boasts a 13.89 megapixel CMOS sensor. While that number might seem low by today's standards, it was quite impressive for its time, especially considering it was a full-frame sensor. That's right, no crop factor here. What you see through the lens is exactly what you get, just like with film. This is a huge advantage for photographers who want to maintain the same field of view they're accustomed to with their existing lenses. Speaking of lenses, the DCS-14N uses the Canon EF mount, which is fantastic news. It means you can use a vast array of Canon lenses, both old and new, giving you plenty of options for different shooting scenarios. The camera supports both compact flash and MMC memory cards, providing some flexibility in terms of storage. It connects to your computer via FireWire, IEEE 1394, which, while not as common today, was a standard for high-speed data transfer back in the day. You'll likely need an adapter if you're using a modern computer. Powering the DCS-14N is a removable, rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Battery life is decent, but it's always a good idea to have a spare on hand, especially if you're planning a long shoot. The DCS-14N captures images in both RAW and JPEG formats, giving you the option to shoot for maximum quality or for smaller file sizes. The 16:9 aspect ratio is also a nice touch, especially for those who prefer a wider image format. Now, let's talk about the image quality. The DCS-14N produces images with a unique look that some photographers find very appealing. The colors are often described as being rich and film-like, and the dynamic range is surprisingly good for a camera of this age. However, it's important to note that the camera's ISO performance is not on par with modern DSLRs. Noise can become noticeable at higher ISO settings, so it's best to stick to lower ISOs whenever possible. The camera's design is fairly typical of DSLRs from that era. It's a bit bulky and heavy, but it feels solid and well-built. The controls are generally straightforward and easy to use, although the menu system can take some getting used to. So, who is the Kodak DCS-14N for? It's probably not the best choice for photographers who need the latest and greatest technology or who frequently shoot in low light. However, for photographers who appreciate the unique look of its images, its full-frame sensor, and its compatibility with Canon EF lenses, the DCS-14N can be a fun and rewarding camera to use. It's also a great option for those who are interested in the history of digital photography and want to own a piece of Kodak's legacy. It's an affordable way to get into full-frame photography, and it forces you to be more deliberate with your shots, which can ultimately make you a better photographer.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.